Welcome to First Unitarian Church, where our mission is to explore the eternal, nurture community, and pursue the common good. We welcome you in your brokenness and in your wholeness. No matter who you have been, who you are, or who you are becoming, we greet you today with love. It's been said that until one loves an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened. Today, we will take time to thank our beloved animals for awakening our souls. In addition to blessing the animals who are in our lives today, we'll use this sacred time together to honor the memories of our animal companions who have passed on, as well as all the animals who live on farms, in our backyards, in the water, in forests, jungles, icy landscapes, and deserts. All our fellow earthlings whose lives are, each one of them, precious, worthy, holy. And David Moore will be lighting our chalice today. David?
We light this chalice as a symbol of our sacred time together. The burning chalice represents the light of reason and science, the warmth of loving community, the cleansing heat of justice, and the flame of hope.
Thank you, David. Our opening hymn is This Is My Dog. The music is This Is My Song by Jean Sibelius, and the words were included in the order of service that was mailed out earlier this weekend and was posted to our private Facebook page. This is my dog.
This is my dog, the one that makes my heart sing. This is my cat, the one whose purr I love.
That was, of course, our own Diane Broyles, Lana Henson, and Tom Balcom. Thanks to all of you. In medieval times, a bestiary was a kind of encyclopedia or a compendium of beasts, both real and imaginary. Following brightly colored and fantastical drawings of each creature, you would find a list of typical qualities for each animal, as well as some interesting facts. Here is what was written in one medieval bestiary about wolves, for example. Quote, "If a wolf sees a man, before the man sees the wolf, the man will lose his voice. If the man sees the wolf first, the wolf can no longer be fierce. If a man loses his voice because the wolf saw him first, he should take off all his clothes and bang 2 rocks together, which will keep the wolf from attacking." That's a lovely image. The main purpose of bestiary, though, was to offer religious and moral lessons, and each animal had its own symbolic significance in this way. Ants, for example, taught how to work for the common good. Lions offered a lesson in how to be slow to anger and quick to forgive. Rabbits were exemplars of innocence and purity, except when they were unhinged psycho killer bunnies. And that was actually a thing. I would show you pictures, but I don't want to give you nightmares. So just Google medieval killer rabbits if you're interested. Granted, some of these lessons were a little far-fetched. It was believed in ancient times that bear cubs were born without any form, and their mothers literally had to lick them into shape. Well, that's an interesting allegory for sure, but not one that's rooted in reality. Of course, what we do with animals in Disney cartoons and children's movies today isn't all that different. It's a shame that human beings, for so many centuries, have felt the need to turn animals into metaphors for our own experience, when all along, animals have had their own real lives and their own innate wisdom from which we could all learn directly without needing to turn them into fairy tale creatures or stand-in humans. And this is our task today, to ask ourselves, what can we learn from the animals in our lives? Not by anthropomorphizing them, not by seeing them as human-like, but by seeing them as they are, and by being willing to admit that maybe, just maybe, humans aren't the end-all and be-all, the pinnacle of creation. Maybe the animals have something important to teach us if we will only pay attention. We'll begin today with the dogs. And we have a reflection by Susan Bishop.
I've had dogs all my life, with the one exception when I was in college for undergraduate studies and the subsequent internship. Within 3 months of moving to Oklahoma, I found animal control and discovered to my absolute delight a medium-sized brown and tan dog. He had come to the pound with no name, no tags, and of course, no papers. And if my checking account funds were a tad short, I'd make up the difference somehow because I had to have this dog. I named him Phineas after Phineas T. Barnum, the circus producer of Fame and Fortune. Phineas was a wonderful dog. I don't know if loyalty to humans is one of those rare gifts dogs are born with or not. I do know that Phineas was loyal to me and was ready to protect me and our home if the need arose. I found him to be a great judge of character when strangers knocked at the door. If he settled down quickly enough, I knew we were okay. Phineas seemed to experience empathy. One night when I was particularly sick from food poisoning, Phineas laid down on the cold tile floor with his back against me. It comforted me in a deeply profound way. I'd never experienced that before with any other pet. He seemed to know that I wasn't feeling well and that this was his way of offering me comfort. He and I developed a very strong bond of mutual love and respect. Over the years, I've owned several pets: dogs, cats, a horse, a ferret, a rabbit, even a guinea pig. They were all special in their own way, each one with its own personality, gifts, and quirks. For me, there is nothing more exhilarating than when a dog comes to greet me after a long absence, be it 30 minutes or 30 days. Their excitement bounding across the room, tail wagging, wearing a smile as big as the outdoors, is infectious. It matters not my mood. I've always found a dog can lift my spirits. Having a dog means having a partner. It always amazes me how dogs can nestle up to us and make the world right again. Here they are, a totally different animal species, and yet we can bind ourselves to their lives as they do to ours. If you don't have a dog or other pet, please adopt one. The rewards are outstanding. I've had dogs all my life, with the one exception. Oops.
So if you have a dog with you today that you would like to have blessed, would you go ahead and write their name in the chat? Oh, so many of them. So Barnaby, D'Artagnan, Lola and Monique, Cody Bradford Bishop, Jake and Kobe, Mayhem, Lucy, Red and Blue, Teddy Ellis Gimple, Sparky, Trouble in Mayhem, Ellie Mae and Kobuk, Archie, Nikita, Bennett, Santiago and Mama Dog Britton, Josie Alwater, Gilly and Rosie, Sherlock Figueroa, Jean Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg Scott, Sarge, Lula Dashwood, Moxie Moxieford, Brandy, Ruby and Zia and Salope, Mona and Jasper, Max, Katie Louise and Ellie Mae, Willow, Ava Louise Herring, she's sick today, Claire Kane, Gus, Heidi, Baby, Bella Mia, Ava Louise, Faya, did I get them all? And Bran and Rua, Blessings on you on this day and on all days. We are so grateful for the many lessons that you offer us, the lessons of loyalty and gratitude, the importance of letting someone know just how much you love them and how wonderful you think they are, the critical necessity of play and of naps, the joy of taking a nice long walk, and the reminder that the world is a place in which every blade of grass, every branch that falls from a tree, every squirrel, every dried up worm, everything is wonderful, fascinating, a miracle. For all this and for so much more, we thank you. We bless you, and we pray that we may be worthy of your love. Blessed be sweet spirits. And this is the time when we move on to the cats in our lives.
So my name is Tim Atkins. I'm your Director of Lifespan Religious Education, and I am firmly on hashtag Team Cats. All right. I grew up with two cats, specifically Pudding and Lucky. Pudding was named for, well, Pudding, and Lucky was named after we found her in our yard. They lived long and meowful lives, and they taught me so many important lessons. From how to treat others with kindness to don't leave your French homework projects on the ground overnight. 6.5 years ago or so, I was lucky enough to adopt this little fluffy monster into my life, Dorothea the cat, named for Dorothea Dix. So I had to name her after a famous Unitarian, as I adopted her from a pet adoption day hosted by the coming of age class at my first congregation. There you go, sweetie. So today, on our Blessing of the Animal service, I'm thinking about some of the lessons Dorothea the cat has taught me. First off, any cat owner will tell you that they teach you about the meaning of consent. See, if a cat does not consent to your touch, you will know. as you will likely walk away from the encounter bleeding somewhat. Living with a cat, you have to quickly learn how to respect their boundaries, or your arm will end up looking like a scratching post. Next, living with a cat reminds me that it's okay to be selfish sometimes. If I need a nap, take that nap. If I need a snack, get that snack. If I need attention and affection, get that attention and affection. If I need to bathe, stop what you're doing and immediately bathe. Now, cats aren't selfish 100% of the time. I swear, dog lovers, they aren't. Just most of the time. And it's a reminder that I know I need from time to time, that it's okay to focus on myself for just a little bit. And finally, cats will teach you humility. That's right, humility. I honestly wonder if any cat owner could ever have a problem with humility. Because you will buy them some great and fancy new toy and they will go to the cardboard box or bag it came in. You will want to keep playing with them only to get bitten out of nowhere. You will follow their desperate pleas for more food to find a food bowl with just the middle gone and a full ring around it. They will expect you to feed them on time, bathe them if need be, supply them with sufficient but not excessive entertainment, a warm but not too warm place to sleep, preferably wherever you're currently sitting, and on and on. Cats teach you humility. And they are a regular reminder, almost a spiritual practice really, a reminder that you aren't the center of the universe. Something else is. And so go get it a treat.
Thank you, Tim. Well, if you have a cat or cats with you today that you would like to have blessed, please go ahead and, as before, put their names in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and start trying to read them now because there's so many of them. Tiger, Bobby, Tia, White Kitty, Olivia, Shy, Lanky Janky, Flufftail, Ollie Jr., Maliki and Solomon, George, Alistair and Jamie, Dorothea, Emily and Buddy, Winter, Looney, Floyd Silver, Luna, Floyd Silver, Edwina Dobson, who's recently gone to Kitty Heaven, King Tut Britain, Squashy, Kate Sit, the Fangorious Devourer of Worlds, Mr. Finnegan, Lulu and Friends, Katie, Finn, and Ollie, Dr. Seamus L. Flatulentson Vaughn, Hedwig, Sirius Black, Bunny, Avery, Aiden, Peaches, Pity Singh and Orion, Mango Herring, Jasper Bishop, Isis Bishop, and Dusty Bishop, Scooter McFizzlesticks, Zorro Bauman, Tartuffe and Chanson, Murder Bat, Fred Farkle, Lionheart Balcom, Angie the Kangaroo Cat, Targanian Dashwood, Jiminy and the other visiting ferals, Kitty, Sabrina, Mr. Jasper, and Ms. Zena, Talent Cats, Catastrophe, and then Lando and Kitty and Isaac. And if I miss some along the way, you know that they're here in our hearts. Blessings on you on this day and all days. We are so grateful for the many lessons that you offer us. The lesson that true loyalty must be earned. The importance of having boundaries and of being able to say no clearly and firmly. Again, the critical necessity of play and of naps. The lessons that no one can make you do anything you don't want to do. And any cardboard box can be a castle. And that if you are flexible and determined enough, you can go anywhere and fit yourself into any place you darn well want. For all this and for so much more, we thank you and we bless you. Our anthem today is the Cat Aria, performed by members of the Winchester Unitarian Society. now we move on to all the other animals in our lives, in our homes, the birds, the guinea pigs and rabbits and reptiles and spiders and the stuffed animals too. And we have a reflection from Bill and Erin Worley.
Hello, everyone. We appreciate this time to introduce the youngest member of our family.
This is Buddy.
Her technical description is Tanimbar corella or Goffin's cockatoo. Her species originates, she said hi, her species originates from Indonesia, but she was born right here in Oklahoma. She turned 9 years old this May. Goffins have a life expectancy that's thought to be the range of 40 to 60 years.
When we originally brought Buddy into our family, she was only 8 weeks old. She was beginning to eat a fortified avian diet, but we're still hand feeding her, and she was such a baby.
But now she eats just about anything we eat. Well, except for veggies, and who really likes veggies?
She's fully winged and free flight and can travel anywhere in the house she chooses, so she claims various high spots in every room. In general, Goffins are flock bird and truly dislike being alone, so she mostly just follows us wherever we are in the house at the moment.
Yeah, then she stops and flies down from her spot, catching a ride on my shoulder if I leave the room, even if I'm planning to come right back. For that reason, we also nicknamed her Velcro.
Hello. She's really intelligent and seriously observant. She learns by watching, and she watches everything all the time, even when you think she's not.
Many parrots mimic or talk, and Buddy has learned several words. We've realized that she can actually use these sounds to communicate.
She often says kissy kissy and then offers a light peck of her beak to your lips when making the smacking sound. She does this when she wants a treat or just in the mood for attention and needs a lot of affection. And she needs a lot of attention. And she likes it. She also offers us kissies when she senses we're troubled or not feeling well.
She'll quickly learn a lot of common pet tricks. She'll roll over on command from a standing position. She'll also flip head over heel while perched on my finger when asked to.
She'll also shake when you ask her, Buddy,
Shake?
can you shake?
Good
That's a good girl.
She likes most style of music and pretty much adores the band Queen. Basically, she's nuts,
and we love her.
Say bye, buddy.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye. Can you say
Bye.
bye-bye?
And so again, if you have another kind of pet with you today, it might be fish or birds, reptiles, spiders, snails, little fluffy guys like gerbils and hamsters, or stuffed animals that you love, please write their name in the chat. So Black Bunny, Mr. Bear, Waffles, Banksy, Maddie the Mare, the wild bee colony gracing a front yard, Gary the snail, compost worms, Chocolate the therapy dog puppet, the deer, the wild turkeys, the coyotes, the raccoons, even the skunks and bobcats, Dinosaur the stuffy, Jeremy and Big Bear, Ben stuffed animals, Stripes, Jaws, Yellow, all the backyard squirrels provide hours of play for our Bran and Rua, beloved lizard, wild neighborhood turkey, Fanny, Clara, Daphne, Chloe, Freckles, Dewey, Buddy, Brownie, Blackie, Smokey, Pearl, Shiny, Lacey, Daddy Longlegs, Fred and George, all the pets that are being listed on our Facebook page as well that I'm not able to see here in our Zoom chat. And I'm sure there are many, many more. Blessings on you this day and on all days. We are so grateful for the many lessons that you offer us. The lesson that it doesn't matter how many legs you have, 2 or 4 or 8 or none at all. Every being knows how to make its own way through the world. There is no one way that is best. The lesson that every single being is unique in its own way and is worthy of love. The lesson that just because you might be scary to one person doesn't mean you can't be cute, fascinating, even beautiful to someone else. And for the stuffed animals among us, the lesson that, like the Velveteen Rabbit, it doesn't matter where we start out, it doesn't matter how ragged and worn down we become, love has the power to make every single one of us real. For this and for so much more, we thank you and we bless you. And David Moore has our call to offering.
I'm David Moore. I'm your church treasurer and a member of the Board of Trustees, and I also chair the Finance Working Group. Every Sunday, we take an offering. All cash and designated checks from that offering go directly to external nonprofit organizations doing good work in our community, our Change for Change partners. This month, our Change for Change partner is Other Options, Inc. The purpose of Other Options, Inc. is to provide food, resources, services, and education to at-risk individuals and families, with a focus on those affected by HIV and AIDS. The primary program at Other Options is the Friends Food Pantry, which provides nutrient-dense food, formula, and toiletries to over 1,200 adults and children able to shop monthly. They also offer a delivery program for homebound individuals and families that provides food baskets and easy to prepare meals. While we listen to the offertory, you may wish to make a donation to our Change for Change partner using a credit card through our website, or this could be a good time to find your checkbook, write out a check and put it aside to mail to First Unitarian tomorrow morning. Let today's offering reflect our highest aspirations for the work of this church in the world.
Thank you, David. And because we're running a little bit long, I'm going to go ahead and skip the offertory today and move on to our next section. At this time, we pause to remember all of those animals who once flew, swam, skittered, slithered, or thundered over this planet, but who have become extinct. And then we'll remember all those treasured pets who brought joy into our lives and who have passed on. First, a reflection from Alyssa Lee about what she has learned from dinosaurs.
I was never a dinosaur kid. In fact, I was not really into animals or science writ large. I was obsessed with dancing and music, and I loved putting on plays for the kids in the neighborhood. Obviously, that means that I got to be blessed to be the mother of a hardcore dinosaur kid. There's a meme that occasionally makes the rounds that is a graph of times you know the most about dinosaurs. The highest point on the graph is when you are 4 years old, like my son George. There's another point on the graph, much lower, that states when you get that double PhD in paleontology. And the last and second highest point on the graph is when you're the parent of a 4-year-old, me. I have now watched Jurassic Park about 4,325 times. And I know the names along with distinct details of about 500 dinosaurs. I have read virtually every children's book detailing dinosaurs at both the downtown and Belle Isle branches of the Metropolitan Library, including a book specifically about long-necked dinosaurs, which I know exists because my son specifically asked for the librarian to find a book about long-necked dinosaurs, because there is no dinosaur book that is too niche for a dinosaur kid. This to me is one of the great joys of parenthood. I went from a life that never once considered dinosaurs outside of a few brief months in 6th grade when we studied them, to having very strong feelings about the greatness of the Therizinosaur. I can also easily tell someone that they are in fact holding a Parasaurolophus, and I will get visibly angry if you dare call a pterodactyl a dinosaur. Another of the great joys of having a dinosaur kid is that they look at the world with wonder in a way I had not tapped into in a long time. At some point during my son's life, I had the realization that he almost definitely believed dinosaurs were still alive. My husband and I debated over when we should break the news to him, and I subsequently tried to breezily toss it into conversation from time to time. I'm still not sure if he understands they do not exist in real life, or he just does not believe that they live near us, as I was recently informed by my son that of course dinosaurs do not exist here. They live near volcanoes. I have also loved learning about dinosaurs and all the ways scientists have viewed them throughout the generations. The most recent research finds that many dinosaurs, such as George's personal favorite, the T-Rex, to be ancestors of birds rather than the reptiles as once believed. They are starting to imagine many dinosaurs with feathers rather than the reptilian skin as we once thought. This served as a reminder to me that our world and our notions of it are always changing. And ideas or facts that we once thought were incontrovertible can be turned on their head with any new discovery. Furthermore, there will always be mystery where dinosaurs are concerned. Recently, I saw someone online make the point that if you draw a hippopotamus based on their skull structure, you most likely do not end up with anything even remotely resembling a hippo. This person was making the point that we do not really know what dinosaurs look like. A T-Rex could have looked like a giant bird for all we know. There is likely no way for us to truly know what many of the dinosaurs look like, just as we will never know many things about our history or even our own lives. Some events in our lives will always be a mystery, so you have to let some of it go and enjoy the sweet moments in life. like having your 4-year-old son, dressed as a T-Rex, tell you, let's play Jurassic Park. You're the Jeep, I'm the T-Rex, and he chases you around the backyard.
What I learned from Thunder: be more assertive in a gentle way. When I wanted to go outside, he'd go to the front door, turn around, and look at me. If I was slow in responding, he'd come over, gently tap me on the arm, while quietly complaining I wasn't paying attention. To be more inquisitive and fearless. He loved to explore, first in the fenced-in front yard, climbing up several trees, and then getting to know the possum that visited occasionally, also to chase off much larger cats that ventured into his yard, and then to explore outside the gate, outside my comfort zone. Be more compassionate. At night, he'd snuggle up next to me for a few minutes, then pop up and go find his favorite sleeping spot. To be more understanding. We don't all see things in the same way. Life is not all about me. We share it, and we all share a common spirit. Finally, that sometimes we have to just let go. Thank you, Thunder.
Now we remember all of those beloved animals who have passed through our lives. And as before, please go ahead and write the names of the beloved animal companions who have graced your lives, who you would like to remember with a blessing today. Thunder and Frenda, Natasha, Cash, Tiger, Socks, Roscoe, T, Black Cat, Smudge, Snoopy, Annie, Bonzo, Puka, Buddy Lee, Mr. and Ms. Kitty, Champ the dog, and Jamie Crystal the cat, Mischief and Digit, Hank, Monty 1 and 2, and Cindy 1 and 2, Babak, Tristan, Sammy, Caleb, Macy, Maddie, Shira, Wachi, Natasha, Mitzi and Mittens Kitty, Ivy Figueroa, Frodo and Wiggy, Max, Crystal, Tulip, Sydney, Brandy, Max, Jaws, Bruiser, Sam, Nancy, Strophe, Catherine the Calico Cat, Chaotique and Jete, Bailey, Jack E. the Dog Esquire, Admiral Widgingold Perrin, Blue, Zach, Wendy, Divot and Sophie, Ellie Parker, Sydney, Elvis and Lily, Dakota, Wynn, Riley, Scooter, Lucy, Phineas, Tequila, and a host of many others, Gracie, Petey, Inky Hashem, Danny, Norbert, Roxy, Yoda, Lassie, Taffy, Sophia, Dallas, Peppy, Bagheera, Leo, Paladin, Silver, Balcom, Topo, Annie, Bo, Buck Snort, Poincaré, Kosar, Butterscotch, Tristan, Courtney, Putnam, Pearl, Lady, Blackie, Rusty, Pat's Dog, Sergeant Preston, Captain Midnight, Belvedere, and lots more. And I may have mispronounced many of these names. I apologize for that. And again, if you are writing names of your beloved pets over on the Facebook page and I can't see them right now, know that I will go there and I'll look after the service and I will light a candle in honor of those beloved creatures as well. Today and all days, we honor and bless your memories. Oh, I want to add a very important one. I want to remember Diddy, by the way, Suzanne Broadbent's beloved Cocker Spaniel, who passed away just yesterday. Today and all days, we honor and bless your memories. From you, we learned all those things we have noted before, but we also learned the most important lesson of all, the lesson that to love, to really love, means at some point to have our hearts broken. To know what it feels like to have our hearts on the outside of our bodies and to see them shattered. But when a heart is broken by love, no matter, this is when I always lose it. No matter how painful the process may be, that heart does eventually heal. And its broken places become new openings into which even more love can expand. If we dare to love and lose again and again, we will gain so much more than we have ever lost. And we will come to know that when a loved one departs from our lives, it's not that we ever replace them in our hearts. We just find even more room for more love and more without limit. For teaching us this and for so much more, we thank you and we bless you. And so it is finally that we bless all of the nameless ones, the wild animals, the strays, lab animals, and farm animals, all those fleeing the devastation of wildfires and floods made infinitely worse by human-caused climate change. All those who have lost their habitats to human progress. All those who suffer on our behalf for purposes ranging from human vaccines to human vanity. All of those on factory farms who in their short lives are never once given an opportunity to just enjoy life. Each one precious and unique. We honor them by acknowledging them, by speaking for them, by not forgetting them. Let us take a moment of silence for all of those beautiful creatures who we will never know by name, but who are all worthy. Amen. Our closing hymn is We Celebrate the Web of Life. Again, this is performed by Diane Broyles, Lena Henson, Tom Balcom, and Chris Gonzalez. It's number 175 in Singing the Living Tradition in our Gray Hymnal, if you'd like to sing along at home. David, would you extinguish our chalice for us today?
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of love and community which burns in our hearts.
Here are words of blessing written by UU minister and animal advocate, Reverend Gary Kowalski. Blessed are the faithful, for they shall be called dogs. Blessed are the playful, for they shall be surrounded with love and laughter. Blessed are those without worry, for through them we shall know peace. Blessed are those with no possessions, for they shall be rich in spiritual things. Blessed are the innocent, for theirs is the realm of heaven. Blessed are the animals, and blessed are we. Blessed be. Please come back after a short break, join us for coffee hour, and you are very welcome to bring your animals with you to coffee hour and show them off there. Be well, be safe, love, love, love.